As they hear it off Slate Media, and yes, we're still sizzling. We're still simmering. We're still...
Jared looks like he could cook an egg on those abs. Like in another movie that we watched.
Hot stuff over there.
Yeah, right. Abs. It's more like you have to rip out the couch cushions to get to the springs. It's very bouncy.
It's more like bacon.
Ooh, bacon.
Bacon's not really good right now. Anyway, we're watching Boiling Rock Part 2. We're getting in even more into the weeds after last episode. I'm excited. Let's prison break this crap. Let's go. I love prison break.
Yeah, again, they didn't go.
Yes.
And then the one guy's got caught. They got to stay to get people out. Like, it's Part 2. It's all the payoff. And we know who's showing up, so.
Spooky.
Yes. And I honestly, like I said, I feel like Avatar pulls off their Part 1 and Part 2s very well.
This is the one that I remember not liking.
Oh.
Me personally, but I'll see what it's like on this watch.
All right, yeah, let's do this then. Let's
take a bite.
This is great. And ladies and gentlemen, we just...
You just sounded like
we just
Patrick.
Finished the Boiling Rock.
You just sounded like Patrick. This is how Weedy talks. Okay, I've heard enough. That's what you sounded like.
I tried. The voice in my head went a lot faster than the voice out of my mouth. It tends to happen often.
I was going to say typical.
Typical.
Yeah.
But yes, well, this is a great finale. Oh my gosh.
Part 2, not finale. Part 2.
Also,
I mean,
who was right?
Jake was right. It was a gondola.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah,
I could have sworn gondolas were boats.
It is. It's
both.
It
is.
And it's a cheese.
Words can mean more than one thing.
You ever got a good gondola cheese?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gondola, is it? It's garbanzo.
That's a
bean.
That's
also not.
It's a bean, bud.
Mr. Bean? See?
No,
it's
carrot. No. That's
it's
carrot
a legume.
Is that
like the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's like, it's a giant bean! Sorry. Boiling Rock
that
Part 2.
Yeah. For Part 2, this was a great.
Yep. We get to see Steven Tyler, the warden with his giant lips.
Why do they draw him like that? Like what
to make us know he's to differentiate it from differentiate. I cannot say.
I'm sorry. What is it
differentiate? He's French.
Something about French. They should have given him least given him some scarves and leaned into what they were clearly doing.
That would have been kind of funny if they did.
Dream on, bud. But
he did tell
plenty
a lot of people
plenty
to walk this way.
Yeah, there's plenty of sweet emotions going on though, because Sokka meets up with his dad, and his dad almost punched him in the gut. And they plan this daring escape on the gondola cheese thing, and
the way his dad starts to cry when he sees Sokka. Yeah, that's why animation is the ultimate medium. They could not do that transition with a real person in like 4 frames like that.
Yeah, it'd take a bit longer, or it'd be a really awkward, abrupt cut.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it depends, but yeah, that was a really good moment.
Yeah,
and especially
Hakoda's great.
Oh my god,
we don't see a ton of him in the show, but he's great.
Especially at the end, like when he just embraced, like he brought in Katara and Zuko for a hug. I was like, my heart, it was so sweet.
The meat of fatherhood and friendship. And you're like, I don't like that.
Nobody else in this show can deliver an awkward line the same way Sokka can. Like just it's so awkward, but intendedly wholesome.
I love the little sounds the voice actor makes when it's like he gets thrown.
Yeah.
It's like Jack DeSena or something, isn't it?
I actually don't remember the actor that plays it.
I want to get this right.
But you're right, though. He has like a lot of good sound effects. Just the screaming and the yelling and whooping and hollering.
Yeah. Yep, Jack DeSena. So funny. So one of the best, if not the best, on the show in terms of voice acting. Just so much life in the performance, and can switch from the goofy, silly Sokka to the more serious one. Like, it's just a slight twinge change in the tone.
It really is, and I like that it's so subtle like that because like and obviously like he knows like when to take it seriously or not, but like it's just like he's a lighthearted character and I like that it just portrays like that.
Yeah, it's like the other plan was better.
Oh, 100%.
It just didn't work out because they screwed it up.
Yeah. Well,
but then this one's like, well, we gotta so we're starting to riot. That's not hard.
Apparently, all
riot.
Let's start a
riot.
Let's start
a riot.
I do the part before it where leave that to me, and then he pushes. Hey, what'd you do that for? You hurt my feelings. What? Yeah, I've been trying to work on my anger. And then just the riot. Yeah.
Honestly, I love that side. Do we get any more of him, or is he?
I don't remember.
Pretty fast.
You mean Mr. Hey everyone, I'm new.
I'm new. I just love the energy that he brings. It's so used to go great.
He left his girlfriend behind though.
He did. I know.
And was his friend and his best girl, right? That he said in part 1.
That rings a bell. I think that's what he said.
Or was it girl and best friend?
Girl and best friend.
Okay. I thought he said best girl and friend. And she's just...
He's like, hello. Me too. I don't know why I'm just like that.
Yeah, we got Azula and May and Ty Lee all showed up.
And I love that their friendship like kind of came to an end. Like, and how that, them standing up for themselves.
It's more of like Azula's going to raise her hand against May, and that's what caused Ty Lee to intervene. And Jake mentioned how it's the first, like, unhinged Azula we see, which will continue into the last
That's her
episode.
breaking point, is May turning on her like that.
Both of them turning on him.
I feel like you're totally right. Like that's what set her over the edge.
That frame where she goes...
What does she do again?
Can't do it.
Yeah, good fight on top of the cable car gondola cheese thing.
I never knew. I never knew what that thing was going to do. Talking about a very different cable car in that.
Very different.
How about the cojones on Mr. Steven Tyler to just say, cut the line?
I know. Yeah. He knew. He knew what he had to do.
Legacy is more important than life.
Mm-hmm. And make sure no escapes. And then
they just get this big saw out. It was like, well, it's a good thing we kept this in the shed. Just in case we have to cut the line.
The funny thing about that is that generally those cables that would hold up a gondola like that are metal cables.
That's what I was just thinking.
I don't want to say like steel reinforced, but like steel core cable. Like
less talk, more saw. That's a good reference.
Yeah, that's literally what they were having to do.
That was a good fight. You got the nice duo of Zuko going and Sokka going and then Ty Lee and Suki, which great matchup in the fight.
That makes so much sense.
I'm surprised there wasn't a Ty Lee calling Sokka cute and
Suki getting angry.
Yeah. I thought that there was.
Mandela effect.
There must
that's a Mandela
either that or it's in some other episode.
Well, I mean, she does in a different episode, but Suki's not there.
Yeah, I thought there was a scene where she called Sokka cute.
It might be the scene where she hits him in the head, and he goes, "Nice try," but no. She hurts her hand because she hits his arm, and he hits the other one. Just
that's right.
You do really good Sokka sound effects, by the way. Did I mention that?
I mean, it's just a squeaky male voice. I feel like you should be able to do it too. Again, he gets thrown into that lineup, but that's what it is.
Okay.
And then him, of course, when he doesn't get picked, is like, I don't make it obvious.
Oh, when you say that, it reminded me when all the guys ran up when Suki was up there kicking ass and like taking it was like, wow, they run in there, they're like out of breath. You got him. I was like, all right, we're gonna go.
That's some girl. Yeah, I know, or something like that. I know. That was pretty awesome. Just running on their head.
Right, it's just like literally just.
And then she just jumps up, climbs up bare hand, like jumping around these firebenders. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why she hasn't escaped herself.
It kind of does. A little bit. Anyway, anything else about this fantastic?
You know what's really terrifying?
What is?
Firebenders, right?
Dude, terrifying.
You know what's even more terrifying? The person with no special skills that can take down without even, sweating.
That's a very good point.
Which, especially surrounded by all that boiling water and you're not sweating, that's control. Me, I'd be sweating thinking... I'm sweating right now thinking about it.
You're sweating just with these lights.
Yeah.
Oh. Dickey's thinking about all the nice stew he could make in that boiling water.
He could make some damn good stew, honestly. I did like the throwback.
It's in a volcano. It's probably salty, not edible salt, but nasty, gross.
Throwback to the first episode really quick. I appreciated the little science tidbit where they stopped flying when they went over there.
Because the temperature is the same on the outside.
Yeah, that's smart. I never even considered. Oh yeah, that's how science works.
I mean, you did get a BS.
Yeah, that's true. You think I know my science?
I think you know your BS.
Anyway, anything else about this episode? All right.
This was one of my favorites of the whole series.
Absolutely. So yeah, next week we got episode 19?
16. The Southern Raiders.
27.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going through primes.
The Southern Raiders. The last. It's the last normal episode because the episode after is a clip show, recap.
Yeah.
And then the one after is the finale. So this is the last, and this is a big one too. It's part 3 of 3 or 4 of 4 technically for Adventures with Zuko.
Adventures. I can't wait for this. Yes, tune into that next week. But until that episode comes out, Jared, where can they follow us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and X.
Formerly known as Twitter.
And listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and hey, if it's YouTube, subscribe, comment, ring our bell. Make sure you rate it and like and comment on all those apps, and check out our groovy website.
Hell yeah. Like I said, next week we got another good episode, and the week after that. And guys, we're almost done. We're getting close.
3 more weeks. 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks.
Make sure I counted that right
so
after this.
So for the next 3 weeks on every Thursday, make sure to tune in and...
take a bite.